Hi guys, welcome back to a shiny new episode of Comic Plays Tales of Vesperia. I'm the Comic Foil, and, do you notice anything different about this recording right now? I hope so. I'm doing this right now partially on a new computer. I'm about 80% there, but Elgato, the actual video capturing, is happening on a nice, sleek new PC. Audacity is still happening. My sound recording is still happening off of my laptop, simply because I could not reach, the cord from my microphone wasn't long enough for me to do it from the new PC. So I am getting there. So how does this look? I still have it at the same settings. I'm not sure if I'm ready to commit to doing higher resolutions yet. I was playing around with it a little bit, and I felt like it was making the animations kind of choppy, even though this PC is pretty powerful. Later, I'm going to... See, I don't have a good eye for this kind of stuff, so later I'm planning on posting, like, some test videos, so maybe you guys can help me figure all that out. Because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. But look, I got an entire team of 7 back. Last time we fought Nan. It was pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Truth be told, I'm actually... Ooh, Ever Blue. Truth be told, I'm gonna kill this person. And I'm going to kill this person. All in the name of treasure. But, as I was saying, truth be told, I'm pretty happy that Nan and Tyson were so difficult, because I was kind of just starting to feel too comfortable in this game. I really was. I was starting to feel like I was getting too good. So now there's some challenge. I saw some Mystic Arts for the first time. That was really sweet. Just checking on my audio here. Okay. Yeah, that's still working. Sorry, I'm scared. I'm scared that I'm going to turn and something's not going to be working, and this will all have been for naught. All the more reason to keep multiple save files, I suppose. So, let's go through. I think Baul's through here. Yep, that looks like Baul. What's happened? Baul's a lot smaller than I expected.
Baul is trying to evolve as an Interleuchea.
It
looks like he's suffering. Baul, come on. No!
So apparently, evolving is something that
I want to heal
Interleuchea
your
do.
wounds, but there's nothing I can do. My power is poison to you, isn't it?
Wow, Estelle, you almost killed Baul.
Healing wounds isn't your power, Estelle.
Yeah, it is.
What do you mean? Don't you remember Bellius's words?
Power corrupts, but you are different. Never lose that kindness, the compassion you so readily show to others.
So either Rita's doing a really perfect impression of Bellius right now, like so good that the HUD doesn't even realize it's not Bellius, or she's hearing that in her head and everybody's standing here in silence.
My compassion for others. Your thoughts are reaching Baul. I'm sure of it.
I should be on
All we can do
CinemaSins.
now is hope for the best.
But by being compassionate, then we can help Baul. Hey Baul, you can get through this.
Well now.
Amazing.
Baul evolved
I
into
knew you could do it.
Baulizard.
Your partner seems like he's gonna be just fine.
Yes. Thank you all for helping to protect him. This is something I couldn't have done alone.
Well, you certainly tried to do it alone, didn't you? Whoa! Big guy. Yep, he's like a whale dragon.
Didn't I tell you? You got through to him. You make it through to Pharaoh as well. Will you be going to meet him?
That's up to Estelle to decide.
I'll go. It's been the purpose of my journey after all. Are you sure? What if you end up getting killed? Even still, I've got to stand firm on this.
That's all well and good, but Judith still has to explain what her deal
It
is.
won't be too long before the hunting blades send reinforcements.
Screw the hunting blades. We have a dragon.
Show up and spoil the party.
There's only one path down from here, though. We're bound to run into them.
Get on. We'll fly as far as the Vesperia.
Yeah.
We can finish talking once we arrive.
Yes. 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 Yes to all of this. Every bit of this. We have a dragon. That's it. That's it. This is... I don't think this is part 3 of the game yet, but, like, now that we have a dragon, things are going to be different. This is like getting Flammy in Secret of Mana, or your first airship in any Final Fantasy. Like, the world is our oyster now, man. Oh, we strapped the Vesperia to it. Oh, Judy. Did your chest get too heavy from all of those lies?
She's sleeping. She must be exhausted.
That's why her chest is heavy. What did you think I was gonna say?
Yeah, I mean, she just keeled over. Wasn't expecting that.
I bet she watched over Baul the entire time he was evolving. She probably didn't get much sleep.
How long does it take to evolve?
She probably had no idea when the hunting blades would attack either.
She was putting up a brave front, but she must have been near the end of her rope.
She's just dumb. She doesn't know how to express what she's feeling.
We can finish talking with her tomorrow. We should let her sleep now. In fact, I wouldn't mind a little shut-eye myself.
And there's none of those special Blastia on here, so I don't think she's gonna suddenly break. What if she just left on Baul and, like, cut the ropes?
We still haven't heard Judy's side, so we can't say anything.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
She sure caused the guild a major headache, breaking Blastias all on her own. There's no getting around that fact, no matter what her reasons. We have to settle this. Man, I hate waiting.
Okay, glad the game is acknowledging that we haven't acknowledged that. Because it is acknowledging it. What do you think, Carol? Carl! Yeah, that's the door. Are you thinking about Judy? Yeah, I'm wondering what we should do about her. It's true that she broke the guild's laws and betrayed us. I always thought that a guild's strict adherence to its own laws was what kept it together. That there could be no exceptions, no lenience for those who would break the laws, but she did what she did to save the world. Judith is destroying Blastia because she knows it's the right thing to do, even if it makes people hate her. Yep. Judith didn't break our laws in order to do something bad. I know this now. I'm going to talk with her about it and give it some more thought. I'll figure this out eventually. Oh yeah? Maybe if I become a little bit more decisive, Nan will listen to me too. It's all about the girl, isn't it? Yeah, Nan's probably just waking up right now, like, what the hell? So, she was destroying those Blastia, right? Because they're a certain kind of Blastia. I forget what they're called, but they're the kind that, like, are bad for the environment. So it's kind of like breaking all the old light bulbs and only using those, like, spirally ones. What do you think, Estelle? Oh, Yuri. Sorry to interrupt while you're thinking. I can see the smoke coming out of her ears. Ever since I took Belius's life without meaning to, I've wanted to know what it means to be the child of the full moon, so the same thing doesn't happen again. I always thought that it was my duty to know. But after what happened to Belius... That's how everything is. They do something, they learn. They do something else, they learn more. Oh, that's how everyone is. Got it. You too, Yuri? Yeah. Maybe if I had known everything ahead of time, I wouldn't have made any mistakes. Yeah, or like if Judith freaking explained a couple things. There's only one thing I can say for sure. What's that? Maybe you wouldn't have made any mistakes, but sure would have been boring. I really wonder. Yeah, and then, like, Whitehorse would still be alive, and Belius would still be alive. A bunch of bad people, I guess, would still be alive, too, like Rigaud. So, does an old man past his prime fit into the picture at all? What are you whining about, old man? Why are you past your prime? What Judith was talking about before. Hermes Blastia, was it? Blastia created with with techniques that should have been lost in the war are still active. Do you know what this means? I guess someone who survived the war brought either Blastia or those techniques back with him. Or her, Yuri. If that person was still using the Blastia even though he knew it was harmful to the Earth, someone like that would have to be quite the villain indeed. Old man, don't tell me you. Hey now. Yours truly was nothing but an innocent youth on the straight and narrow back then. I wouldn't do something like that even on my worst day. I was just trying to trick you into giving yourself away. You're a slippery one. Son of a... When are you gonna learn some respect for your elders? Hey, Kozagura. I can finally talk to you. I'm so glad this thing can fly. Plus, it's autopilot. It's a piece of cake. Yeah, what exactly, how are we navigating? I'm pretty sure Baul's just deciding where we go. Yeah, no deep characterization for Baul, I suppose. How about Rita? Am I gonna come in and find Rita, like, slitting Judith's throat? Yeah, and there's Rapide, too. What do you think, Rita? Is that the core from the Ceres Blastia that Judy destroyed? Yes, it's definitely cut with a different formula than the usual core. It looks like what she said was true. She said she wasn't too good at lying, after all. To discover that the new technique you created was bad for the world, after what must have been years of research. I can't imagine how the person who created the Hermes technique must have felt. Well, what if it had been you? If I found out that it hurt the Earth, I would have to do something about it. But I wouldn't destroy the Blastia like that. Maybe, I don't know, put all the Blastia somewhere else. What the? Nothing. If only things weren't so complicated. I could have just blasted her into oblivion and been done with it. Okay, so Rita is still planning Judith's demise. What do you think, Reeps? Cool. Me and Rapide, we don't need a lot of words. Alright, so we're just gonna stay here watching her sleep overnight, I guess? Ugh. Sorry, Greg, I don't mean to hoard in on your wife like that.
Morning.
It's a beautiful morning, but even as we stand here, the air is out of balance. And our world may already be dying.
That's right.
Well, look who's feeling better.
So now it's like an ecological crisis?
In the past, these slight fluctuations of the air have not negatively affected our world. There have always been beings who maintain the balance by sensing changes in the airflow. Beings like Pharaoh and Baul, the Entelekea.
So the Entelekea were responsible for keeping the air balanced.
They're like
For
humidifiers
ages,
and
the Entelekea
dehumidifiers.
have regulated the air. But the recent increase has been greater than they could control.
Which is being caused by the Hermes Blastia.
And which is also why you were going around taking down as many of them as you could.
Yes, that was my mission. The path I walk with Baul, to whom I owe my life.
The path you walk.
Now some would even hunt the Entelekea for Apatheia.
It's not so much a path you walk, it's a path you ride a dragon
This
on.
has made the mission of the Entelekea even more difficult.
Why is everybody so crazy about these Apatheia anyway?
I'm afraid I don't have an answer. The air an Entelekea absorbs becomes condensed within its body over time. When its life is at an end, that condensed air forms a crystal, an Apatheia. That's all I know. I imagine Pharaoh could shed more light on the subject, though.
So, that thing that we had from the pirate ship, right, that Duke destroyed, that was also a dead Entelekea as a clear...
So Apatheia are
Crystal?
crystals of concentrated air. If that's true and the energy could be extracted from the Apatheia, it would be a source of overwhelming power, I'm sure. Could we really do that? I don't know.
We could probably power a Blastia
I
for
bet
years.
somebody wants to use these things for the wrong reasons.
Or, you know, you could just sell
Why
them
didn't
and
you
be
just tell us all
obnoxiously
this from the
rich.
beginning?
Seriously, we could have avoided all this trouble if you just talked to us. Am I wrong?
Yeah, seriously.
Even if you had known, there are things not even you could have prevented.
What do you mean?
Well, we could have not killed Belius. How about that?
I showed up at Heliord because Baul had sensed a disturbance in the air. Where there was a disturbance, there was sure to be a Hermes Blastia. But what I found there was not a Blastia. It was a person. That had never happened before.
It was a person.
So it wasn't like you were looking for Estelle in particular back at Heliord.
Yet for some reason, Baul perceived Estelle as a disturbance in the air.
Estelle, are you a Hermes
I had to
Blastia?
find out why. For the sake of the path I've chosen.
Can people be Blastia?
It was at that time that Pharaoh first appeared. He seemed to have some idea who Estelle was. My mission was to destroy all the Hermes Blastia. However, Estelle was obviously not a Blastia. I needed to make absolutely certain. I made a deal with Pharaoh, and he agreed to grant me some time.
You mean...
If it became apparent that her existence posed too great a threat, then I would kill her.
You what?
Settle down. Obviously, Judith reached a different conclusion.
That didn't keep her from being a real jerk to Estelle sometimes, though. Okay,
All right,
makes
I get
sense.
Belius said you possess a heart of compassion.
Well, it makes some sense.
If you can communicate that to Pharaoh somehow, you may learn what you should do.
And then you can just live out your life being
There's
a
no
time
real reason
bomb.
for you to fight Pharaoh anymore, right? I mean, we know the Hermes Blastia are what's causing the problem and everything. If we just make sure the Apatheia don't fall into the wrong hands...
Wait, so an Apatheia and a Hermes Blastia aren't the same thing, right?
I still want to meet Pharaoh. I want to hear what he has to tell me. But...
It sounds like an Apatheia is like a purely good energy source and a Hermes Blastia is the bad kind.
Please try to understand. I have to know more about myself and take responsibility for who I am.
All right. Sorry, Yuri. I don't think we can decide what to do about Judith right away.
I promise not to leave again until things have been settled, as you said. I need to accept that responsibility myself.
Let's go and find Pharaoh. We'll finally be getting around to one of the first things we set out to do. We can work out the rest once this is finished.
There is a rocky crag in the center of the sands of Kogor. That is where Pharaoh lives. Baul can take us there.
Okay, let's go. This meeting's been a long time coming.
Sure has. Man, we've been... Oh, so am I gonna get
I
a...
can communicate with Baul, but there are still a few things you should know.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
what?
Baul
Like how to
can only
fly it.
land on the ground in wide, open spaces. So
Wide
he
open
won't be able to
spaces.
dismount on steep mountain ranges or in narrow canyons.
Can't he land on water?
Water's no good either.
Really? He looks like he'd be a good swimmer.
Yeah, he's like a whale.
Yeah, he'd sink like a rock.
Huh. Who knew?
Okay.
That's why we have a ship, right?
Right. If you'd like to get down onto the ocean, let me know. Baul will set our ship down there for us.
Okay, but what should we do when we want to fly again?
Use Baul's horn to call him to you.
Bowels. That's all there is to it?
Every Intellicaea has a special region in its brain that can be used for communication with a special power Critians possess.
Oh, wow, we're getting into
Huh.
some
So
serious
we can get a
semantics.
hold of him by using that.
At some point, you're going to have to explain to me exactly what Critians are. Because there's a bunch of them. Alright. Move Baul, call Baul, control camera, rotate camera. Alright, fantastic. So, now we can go find Pharaoh. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. There's a huge crag in the center of the... Well, let's watch.
Judith, you're familiar with Pharaoh, aren't you?
Is he really as scary as he seems?
Well, let's see. Sometimes he's logical, sometimes he's emotional. He can be really scary or really kind.
Alright, that didn't help very much.
One thing's certain, his power's extraordinary, even among the Intellicaea.
Here's hoping we don't wind up looking like poor old Mount Temsa the moment we meet him.
If he can do that to a mountain, there wouldn't be anything left if he turned on us.
I wish you wouldn't joke about scary things like that.
Why should we get scared before we even get there? Especially if he's that strong.
Wish I could take it as lightly as you and Yuri.
Yeah, whatever happens, this is going to be pretty big, which is why I don't think I'm going to do it yet, because there... Oh, is that it? Right over there, that red spot on the map? Yeah, that looks like something. Oh, boy. Guys, I'm not ready for that. And also, now that I have Baul, a crap ton of side quests have opened up to me. So, I'm going to start working on some of those, actually. It hasn't been too long in the episode yet, so why don't I do one of them, and then I think we're going to have to save the other ones for the next episode. Alright, I'm actually almost where I'm supposed to be, but first I got a skit.
I never imagined you'd be able to speak with the Intellicheia.
Well, I use a Critian technique to do it. Wait, do I detect a little jealousy?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm
Right,
jealous I
Repeat?
can't talk to dragons.
Yuri, you want to talk to Repeat?
I think the two of you understand each other well enough already.
I got him pretty well figured out, but I don't know if he understands me.
I think he feels the same way.
I think Repeat understands him. Dogs are good judges of character. Alright, let's try this. Alright, and that's how I land, and this is how I check a stump. Alright, welcome back to Capitorum. We gotta talk to this lady. Oh man, these words. The Shagathan flowers all withered and died. I guess because that Blastia wasn't there. You were the one who destroyed the Blastia here, weren't you? Yes, that was me. I see. The reason for these flowers blooming like that was the air imbalance from the Blastia you destroyed. And in the Colosseum too? You heard what the man in the boat said about the fish around there, right? I looked into it, and it was all due to the Blastia, so I did what I had to do. Well, that makes it sound like it was a good thing, because it was making well, no, flowers blooming out of season is a bad thing, though. You mad, bro? Yeah, Rita mad. But it's in the past. I hate to argue about things that have already happened. Sometimes I feel like she might be too understanding. Rita's totally going to, like, turn on all of us. And I think if I go up here... Sign in the door, shop on the second floor... No, that's not. Not up there. Try here. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, Kaufman. Kaufman's here now. Excuse me. Excuse me. Kaufman? At what angle do I need to be to talk to you? You'd think I'd be able to talk to her from across the desk. Can I ask you a question? Does Fortune's Market deal in spears? We do, but if you'd like to sell that, you'd be better off going directly to the store than talking to me. No, I don't want to sell it. I wanted to see if maybe I could see other spears that have been sold to you. You're still trying to find that spear of yours, aren't you? Yeah, the one she lost when she got captured by Barbos's people. It seems you have some personal stake in this, but I don't think it's been sold to us. If any of our vendors received any valuable items, no matter what they are, I would have heard of it. And I haven't heard anything. I see. You haven't received any valuable spears whatsoever? Huh. Alright. Well, with that, I think I'm set to do some pretty important upkeeping on all the side quests for the next episode. Should be fun. Please let me know in the comments how this one turned out, how you think of the visuals and everything. It should look about the same. It's probably going to be more just easier for me to deal with for now. I'll start messing with the resolution on something a little lower stakes. I'm not going to screw around with it for Tales of Vesperia. Yeah, expect a test video sometime in the future. Anyway, I'm the Comic Foil. Thank you for joining me and watching me run around women with weird guitarra loopies in their hair. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.